This exercise, you can use a yoga block to sit on if you need a little extra support. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into this internal rotation position. So internal rotation of our hips helps to adequately open up the back part of the pelvic floor or the pelvic outlet, which is important for giving birth. So again, internal rotation of our hip is actually our knees more together and our ankles out. So you can see that I'm sitting back on this yoga block just to add a little bit more support because my hip mobility might need a little bit of work. So again, you can also use the block at its highest point, like this or this level here. If you feel like you need a little bit more support, then you can start with the block a little bit higher. Then as your mobility improves, you can turn the block or even get rid of the block. For me, I'm going to start at the easiest level just to demonstrate. I also have a physio ball here. You can use this ball for a little bit of extra support as well, or you can go without it. I'm going to show with using this ball here. So what we want to focus on is rounding our upper to mid back. That's going to help with our positioning as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this ball and I'm going to roll it forward. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out here for a second and take a few deep breaths into my back. So I'm going to breathe in. Exhale. Breathe in. As I'm inhaling, I'm thinking about breathing down into my pelvic floor, more specifically on the back part of my pelvic floor. So yes, you're thinking about kind of breathing down into like your butt, as weird as that might sound. So again, I'm gonna come forward and I'm gonna breathe in. If I want a little bit more of a stretch, I can move the ball a little bit more forward as I'm doing this exercise. And I'm feeling some stretching in my hip into that internal rotation that we're looking for. As I've done a few breaths in this position, I actually feel not as much of a stretch in my hip. So at this point, I might want to sit down a little bit lower, right? So we want to do what feels tolerable and comfortable. Like, yes, you should be feeling a stretch in through the hips, but it should not be painful.